Jane Velez Mitchell here for The Fix, and here's a question. Have people ever given you a hard time about breaking your anonymity, and how do you respond? Well, first of all, I think it's a very good question because it's a nuanced issue. I am not speaking for anybody but myself. I'm a person who had a drinking problem. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I've talked about it. I've written about it in my book, I Want, and I share about my problems. Frankly, I wish that somebody had told me that there were strategies out there for dealing with alcoholism. It might have helped me get sober years, decades earlier. The reason why it's a concern is that you don't want to hold yourself up as a symbol of sobriety, because what if you slip? There are plenty of people who have had decades of sobriety who have gone off the wagon and who have gotten drunk again. I have 17 years of sobriety, but at the end of the day, all I have is today, and I have no guarantees of what's going to happen in the future. I stay sober one day at a time. But I do think that it's okay for me to share my story. I also talk about addiction issues a lot on my show, which airs at 7 p.m. Eastern weeknights on HLN, and I have addiction specialists on all the time. So many of the problems that we talk about on our show, including crime, have some kind of nexus with addiction or alcoholism. Now, the only time anybody represents anything beyond themselves is when they are speaking on behalf of a rehab, they're the director of a rehab facility, or they're involved with some kind of facility that treats addicts and alcoholics. Otherwise, they're just people talking about addiction and alcoholism, and we do talk to people who are in recovery, who are not using and drinking. So I hope that clears it up. It is an important subject to discuss, and I'm really glad that I have the opportunity to talk about it. And by the way, you can catch my show weeknights, 7 p.m. Eastern on HLN.